What's up guys, today I'm going to be reviewing sets 10309 with 771 pieces. It is part of the 18 plus series and it is part of the Botanical collection. These are the Succulents, and on the top you can see some more of the little succulents, the actual size of one of the pieces. And if we go ahead and flip it onto the back, you can just see the succulents in a more spread out area. You can see some of the designs and how you can put them in the succulents compared to some actual succulents. Unfortunately, even though it is an 18 plus set, it has the push tabs. But if we go ahead and open it up, you will be greeted with bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, which has a little side bag, and the instructions. There are 3 different books for instructions. Each of the 3 books is to build 3 of the different designs, but if you go ahead and open the book up, you can just see the standard Lego instructions. You've got the pieces there being built, the pieces up in top, and then if you go ahead and flip to the back, you've got the parts list and the final build. Then you don't have any little whatever it's called other sets in this, just because it's not really a kid's set and it's more towards the 18 plus set. But let's go ahead and build it. Once you finish building, you'll have 9 different succulents, which if you go ahead and spin it around, then you can kind of see all of them. They look really nice, and I'm gonna put them on display beside my bonsai tree. But there are 9 different succulents. They can all hook around with each other with all these Technic pieces down in the bottom. And you can rearrange them however you want. To start off, this is one of the aloe plants. I'll go ahead and take the thing apart. And as you can see, they just come apart pretty nice. Sometimes the Technic pins do not want to stay with the ones that they're assigned to, so we'll go ahead and put those back in. But this is an aloe plant, which if we go ahead and take it off, you can see it's just a bunch of spikes and stuff and cool pieces in the middle. Some of these I don't know what they're called. They're teeth pieces kind of that clip together down in here. And all of the things have pretty much the same base with these corner walls and then these standard walls right here. Then you also have the, if I can get this to go back in place and I don't break the tree or aloe plant, then you can see the little Technic holes right here, which is where the pieces just slide on in. And then moving on is a orange achirva, or I think that's how you say it. It's a little hard to read, but it's also called the orange Monroe. But you can see it's got some nice cool pieces kind of, and then some leaves off to the side and green down the bottom. The pieces do fold back like this, but it doesn't really look as good, and you can kind of see down in there where it's being the supports or whatever. So I don't recommend displaying it like that. I recommend displaying it like this, but we'll go ahead and put that back. Then you have chicks and hen, which is a pretty nice looking build. You got one of these slanted pieces down inside, so that way the piece or build you can have it like this or fold it down. It's got a little bit of movability, and it's got some nice shades of green going on to the inside. And down in the bottom, you've got some nice green to show that it's a plant. Then if we go ahead and take apart, whoops, don't break it. Once you take it apart, you will have 3 new builds. You just have a standard succulent off to the side right here. Go ahead and unclip it. It's just a standard succulent. It doesn't really have a name. It just calls it a succulent in the book. It's inside. It's got some extra Technic pins in case you want to rearrange them or something, or in case you lose these. And then it's got just some of the hats or whatever from one of the CMF series for the leaves, which look really good. Moving on to the next build, I'm pretty sure this is called a lavender achirva, but it's got some of these cool panel pieces or ball pieces, which I'm pretty sure are used for some of the buildable characters. And then inside you can see some nice, here if we go ahead and move it out, you can kind of see down inside, but there is a little piece that clips in and then you kind of turn it so that way it can create this cool like square looking pattern inside. That looks really nice. And then down on the bottom you can see like the stand holding it up kind of. But then moving on, after we clip that in, we have a moon cactus, which this is one of my favorite ones. You've got all the little spikes off to the side and some really nice snot technique to like make these pieces like curve, which looks really nice. I love this one. Then you've also got some cool like Technic or like techniques up here with these, which hold the like ball in place, and it just looks really nice. And it's the cactus is one of my favorite ones. But then moving on to this. To start off with the final little like section of succulents, you do have something called a burrow's tail. Unfortunately, mine is like kind of loose, so the thing doesn't want to sit up how it's supposed to. But it looks really good. It's got a lot of these egg pieces in a shade of like green, which look really nice. And we'll go ahead and unclip it. But you can kind of see how it's built inside its own like 2 jumper plates, and a bunch of 1x1s with like 4 studs on the side, and then you've got a ton of these little like new posability pieces in green. They've come in the Lego Minecraft like bunny set or whatever just recently, and overall this plant looks really good. Then moving on, actually if we unclip it, this one is a ball cactus. It's got a bunch of these like claw pieces. You can fold them back, which they don't look good if you fold them back, because then you see this inside spiderweb piece extremely well, and you kind of like don't want to see that. But it's got a nice little flower on top, and the ball cactus looks just really good. And moving on to the final little build is a red achurva. I think that's how you say it. Again, I'm not the greatest with like the pronunciation of this. It should probably say it in the Lego book on how to say some of the stuff, but this one does have another one of the little foldy pieces or whatever. I don't know the exact name, but you can fold the build like I'd say 15 degrees. But this one is one of my favorites also, because there's just the dark red looks so nice. You've got all these like flowering leaves or whatever coming out, and then inside there's a bunch of these like Lego guns. So technically, if you want to get a bunch of guns really easily, you could buy this set, because there's like, here if we go ahead and take one of the leaves off, and you can kind of see the gun inside, but it's kind of like a weapon rack when you're first building it, and then eventually you put the leaves on and you realize that it's a flower and not a like gun rack. But this one's really nice. You can span the inside a little bit, and then you've got some nice like points inside to finish it off. But thanks for watching, guys. That is going to be my set review, and honestly I think this is a really nice set. If you like the Lego Botanical collection, it's definitely worth picking up. But overall, guys, have a good day, and thanks for watching.